the man in charge on the field and with the bat.
He played a shot fast bowlers, one of our fast bowlers who was off the back foot, and I remember standing in slips and guys standing in slip. I've never seen anyone play a shot like that and play a shot like that. We always knew he has the special ability to go all the way. Now he's controlling the tempo of the game for New Zealand. Every game that he plays, every game that he plays, and contributing so well.
Virat Kohli is the run machine. Always expressive on the field. As flamboyant as his lifestyle. Building momentum. After a foundation is set.
He was a formidable player. Growing up, it seems the same age. We were the same age. Playing against each other, and it's obviously been a pleasure watching Virat play and evolve into the superstar that he is.
One is cautious, inclined towards safety. The other is fearless, keen to take risks. The men who first came face to face as teenagers play the biggest match of their careers against each other. Will it be fire? Will it be ice?
Two contrasting personalities, yet two iconic players for their countries. They are the catalysts, they are the trendsetters. But when you have a look at those two men, Kane Williamson, Virat Kohli, fabulous batsmen, fabulous leaders. Which brand of captaincy, Dada, is going to get you through to a semi-final today?
I don't think it's just the brand of captaincy which is going to get the teams to the semi-final. It's about playing well as well, and both are the best batsmen in the team. Obviously, you can say Rohit Sharma is probably the best batsman in the competition so far for India, but I think over a period of time these two have been terrific for both their teams. Actually, Virat Kohli has mellowed down in this World Cup. As a captain, he's looked a lot more happy. He's enjoyed his position on the ground. As I said, you haven't seen the fists and the aggression which you normally see with Virat Kohli before this World Cup. So both are pretty much similar at this stage, and I think the reason I said that, as I said, Virat has mellowed down a bit. It'll depend on the other 10 players as well, how well they play and see the teams through. But as I said, India is a stronger side on paper, but in a semi-final anything can happen.
Well, for the men in blue and for Virat, who are the other 10 that step onto the field today? Some are decided. You've got a top order that scores 67% of your runs, 7 centuries from your openers, the #1 bowler in the world. So who makes it finally to your 11? Problems are plenty for Team India.
It's just a little outside here. It's just a single, but India have got the runs that they needed. India finished their league stage campaign with a win over Sri Lanka, win by 7 wickets with 6.5 overs left.
King Kohli's men in blue lost just once on their way to the semi-final. But all that is irrelevant now. What matters are just the next 2 matches. And the big question facing Virat Kohli is what should be India's playing 11. The top order is already decided: Rahul, Rohit and Virat. Bumrah comes in at the bottom. Master and apprentice Dhoni and Pandya fit in somewhere in the middle. Exactly, time will tell. Pant may not have done much, but has done enough to fit in as well. This leaves 4 spots. Now, there are 7 contenders for those 4 spots. 2 pacers, 2 spinners, a batsman and 2 almost all-rounders. Conditions in Manchester are likely to decide whether India plays an extra batsman or an additional bowling option. But let's assess the options from what we know. The first question is, do we need an additional batsman at 7 in DK to de-risk against a batting collapse? Or a 6th bowling option if one of our bowlers gets hammered? India has a strong in-form top order which doesn't leave the middle order to do much, so the extra bowling option will strengthen the team more. There are 2 all-round options, a batsman who can bowl a bit and a bowler who can bat a bit. Jadhav has bowled just 6 overs in the tournament so far, but has a crucial 50 against Afghanistan. Do we need an additional batsman at 7 in DK to de-risk against a batting bowling option or a 6th bowling option if one of our bowlers strong in-form top order, which does include Yuzi Chahal, who has 11 wickets to his name, and Kuldeep, who's been more economical. In fact, the most economical frontline bowler after Bumrah. The pace options are Mohammad Shami, who's India's 2nd highest wicket taker with 14 wickets, including a hat-trick.
And that's a hat-trick! And
and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who's bowled well at the death. Bhuvi's economy rate in the last 10 is under 8 runs and over consistently, even against top sides. While as Shami in matches other than the one against Afghanistan has come in for punishment in the final 10, especially against England. It's the ideal combination of 4 from these 7 that Virat and Ravi have to choose. It's a tough decision, as every big decision tends to be.
So obviously one aspect that's going to decide that 11 are the conditions. Let's have a look at our Dream 11 pitch report. Both our gentlemen here have had a look at the wicket as well. Lakshman, so are you going with an extra batsman today or an extra bowler looking at these conditions?
I think based on the overcast condition, even though it's overcast, the wicket looks dry. It's a fresh wicket. That means there's a lot of runs on this wicket. And I believe that whichever captains wins the toss will look to bat first. Semi-final scoreboard pressure will be there on the team chasing. And before this match, I was feeling that Ravindra Jadeja should be that number 7 batsman, and India goes with extra fast bowler in Bumrah, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Shami. But seeing the warm-ups, I have a feeling that Kedar Jadhav will be playing in place of Dinesh Karthik. Both the wrist spinners may play, which is not a bad option, because Kedar Jadhav can also slip in that 5 or 6 overs. He's got some of the important wickets as far as New Zealanders is concerned. He's got Kane Williamson out before, he's got Ross Taylor out before. So I think that additional batting will definitely help India in the semi-finals.
Extra batsman or extra bowler?
Yeah, that's what we discussed on our show the other day, isn't it? Because as I said, overcast conditions, it just might force India to play an extra batsman. It's very hard to go into a World Cup semi-final with just 5 batters and especially with a top-heavy batting lineup. Rishabh Pant is new, then MS Dhoni at 5, Pandya at 6 and Jadeja at 7. And when I was going through that show with you, Mayanti and VVS, I felt, no, this batting is a bit thin if they go with 6 bowlers. So they've gone with that extra batsman in Kedar Jadhav. So as much as I'm surprised with the way they went about the job, they dropped Kedar Jadhav after the game against England, picked Dinesh Karthik, gave him 2 games against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. He didn't get to bat against Sri Lanka, and then Kedar Jadhav, if at all, when they announced the 11, comes back into the side. I'm a little surprised with that, but then obviously they must be having their own way of thinking, because as a batsman, when you're playing, you want to keep playing, and it's not that Kedar has had a lot of hit in the competition. He's just got 150 against Afghanistan and has been in and out of the side. So that's an area which has really surprised me. 2 wrist spinners. I was pretty much sure that Kuldeep would play in Manchester because his record in this ground is phenomenal. But to leave again Chahal out against Sri Lanka and bring him back here was also a bit surprising. But the good thing for India is that a lot of people are in good form. Kuldeep's been in good form. Chahal's been in good
But
form.
who makes it? Who are the first names on that list according to you?
In the sense of the 11?
Yes, in the 11, in the sense
I think both will play.
Yeah.
Both will play. I would have
Kuldeep
actually wanted to see
and
Jadeja in this squad because
Okay.
I thought he did well. He could have played Kuldeep and Jadeja. But they're going back to what happened in New Zealand when they won that one-day series 4-1, when both of them troubled the Kiwi batsmen in the middle order. When you play teams like Australia, England, and not so much England these days, but New Zealand, you look to play this spin. You look to bring in spinners who would actually bowl the leg spin and the googly to keep doubt among the middle order of New Zealand. So I know where India is coming from, but to see, as I said, to see Kedar out, in and in again was a little surprising.
And that Chaku in the past has cut through New Zealand, isn't it? So it does make it a tempting option. Look at the fans. What do they want? They just want to enjoy this atmosphere here, the semi-final, a World Cup semi-final that you get to experience with all those names in action, isn't it? Playing a homage to Kapil Dev and his Kapil's Devils, who did it in 1983, playing a semi-final here in Manchester. Will Team India emulate? We'll be back with a whole lot more.
Mrs. Nanavati, how many times did you sleep with Prema Ahuja?
उसने तुम्हारी वाइफ को फंसाया और तुमने अपनी वाइफ और अपने घर को बचाया।
9 members की जूरी में मैक्सिमम पारसीज होंगे।
जूरी में ज्यादा से ज्यादा हिंदू चाहिए। Guys, we are going to pull the strings here and the puppets are going to dance in the court.
He is a hero!
और मर्डरर भी। I want Kavas Nanavati hung till death.
फैंस की कोई कंट्री नहीं होती, फैंस का पूरा गेम होता है। तालियां 2 से नहीं, हजारों हाथों से बजती हैं। होश में 22 तो जोश में लाखों होते हैं। अनगिनत चेहरे, बड़ी इमोशन, एक क्रिकेट। आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप क्रिकेट के इसी इमोशन को सेलिब्रेट करता है एमिरेट्स। फ्लाई एमिरेट्स, फ्लाई बेटर।
जल को बोला भाई, मैंने जल किया अप्लाई।
बाल सिर्फ बनाओ मत, स्टाइल करो। सेट विद जेल।
जब खुजली हाथ से बाहर निकल जाए, इजगात काम आए। टर्बिनाफिन 4 गुना तेजी से इन्फेक्शन मिटाए और मेंथॉल ठंडक पहुंचाए। इजगार्ड लगाओ, खुजली मिटाओ।
The all-new TVS Apache RTR series now with Supermoto ABS, Racing DNA unleashed.
So boys, जब खिच-खिच, बंद नाक और खांसी से कमजोर हो आवाज, तब लो नई विक्स 3-in-1। खिच-खिच, बंद नाक और खांसी,
Let's do it, boys!
नई विक्स 3-in-1।
Now with Supermoto ABS, Racing. The all-new TVS Apache RTR series now with Supermoto ABS, Racing DNA unleashed.
जो देते हैं क्रिकेट को दिल और जान, ड्रीम 11 करता है उनको सलाम। ये गेम है महान। ड्रीम 11, इंडियाज बिगेस्ट स्पोर्ट्स गेम।
लाइफ की कोई गारंटी नहीं, इसलिए PolicyBazaar.com से 1 करोड़ का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस करवा लो सिर्फ 490 रुपए महीने में, वरना आत्मा को शांति नहीं मिलेगी।
जो देते हैं क्रिकेट को दिल और जान, ड्रीम 11 करता है उनको सलाम। ये गेम है महान। ड्रीम 11, इंडियाज बिगेस्ट स्पोर्ट्स गेम।
देखभाल आपकी रिच क्रीम हेयर कलर गोदरेज एक्सपर्ट से।
हेयर कलर और देखभाल,
ये बाल कलर करे बिना अमोनिया के और इसका एलो मिल्क प्रोटीन फॉर्मूला बाल रखे सॉफ्ट एंड शाइनी।
वैसे इतने पैसे कहाँ से आए?
सिर्फ 30 रुपए मामा। देखभाल गोदरेज एक्सपर्ट रिच क्रीम की।
ड्रीम 11 करता है उनको सलाम। ये गेम है महान। ड्रीम 11, इंडियाज बिगेस्ट स्पोर्ट्स गेम।
Imagine.
Where dreams are realized, legends are made. There's a lot of belief that we can achieve something special.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, no, just you watch. I'm stepping in the fray, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made.
It's time to be a hero.
I'm gonna do it for my team.
I want to give everything that I have on the field every time I play. pretty decent wickets throughout the game.
And some happy memories in this tournament playing on this ground?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we played really good cricket in Manchester, 2 really good games for us here, and it's just about doing the same things again. Just treating this game as normal as you possibly can, and just focusing on the basics. I think we have to understand why we are where we are in the table and why we reached the semis, and just remember those things and try and repeat them.
Have you made any changes in your team from the last game?
Just one change. Yuzvendra Chahal comes back in for Kuldeep Yadav. Rest of the team is the same.
All the best, Virat.
Thank you.
So there it is, the news from the centre. New Zealand have won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
इस कार्यक्रम के प्रायोजक स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार।
भैया जी सारी तैयारी कर ली अपने गोपाल की शादी की।
बात की
भैया जी ऐसी बातों में मर्दों का क्या काम?
जब बहू आएगी तुझे पूछेगी बुढ़वा कि परिवार नियोजन का कौन सा तरीका अपनाना है तो क्या कहे? सिर्फ शादी नहीं, शादी के बाद की समझदारी की तैयारी करो।
सेहत और सोच दोनों से तैयार होकर परिवार बढ़ा रहा है इंडिया। परिवार नियोजन से जुड़ी किसी भी जानकारी के लिए फोन करें टोल फ्री नंबर 1800-116-555 पर या लॉग इन करें humdo.nhp.gov.in पर।
स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
And the news is New Zealand has won the toss and chose to bat. This was quite an obvious choice on the new pitch. Rest our experts are going to tell how it's going to pass or fail.
और खन्ना जी, आपसे सवाल यही जानना चाह रहे हैं कि जिस तरह से न्यूजीलैंड के कप्तान ने टॉस जीता, पहले बैटिंग करने का फैसला किया, उनकी टीम में फर्ग्यूसन आए हैं और भारत की टीम में चहल अंदर आए हैं, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरा ख्याल ग्राउंड को देखते हुए, बाउंड्रीज को देखते हुए और पिच जो है वो किस तरह की है, 2 स्पिनर्स भारत ने खिलाए हैं, चाहल को लेके आए हैं, जाडेजा वहाँ पे खेल रहे हैं जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया पहली आउटिंग जब उनको मिली। और इस ग्राउंड पे 5 मैचेस जो लास्ट खेले गए हैं अभी टूर्नामेंट के दौरान, पहले टीम जो खेली है वो जीती, ये भी कप्तानों के माइंड में रहता है। और वेदर जो है वो जो रहने वाला है पूरे दिन भर वो दोनों टीमों के लिए है। बट गुड थिंग इज़ दैट लीग स्टेज में एक्स्ट्रा डे नहीं था, बट सेमीफाइनल और फाइनल में एक्स्ट्रा डे है, तो अगर बारिश भी होती है तो दे विल हैव अ फ्रेश गेम टुमारो। अब डिपेंड करता है, टॉस तो ले लिया, कितने रन्स बोर्ड पे लगाते हैं, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट।
Very, very important. And Raja, just to start with, these are initial basic questions which I'm going to ask. That toss was very important. Now pitch is new, and as they say, like Sir has said, all the teams who are chasing later, they are not really very happy chasing because they are not really winning that much in this particular pitches. So what do you have to say about Indian team, how they are going to pass, considering their bowling capability?
Gitanjali, different match completely to the first 5 outings that have been played here. I think that if India believes it can chase the score down, and India does chase well, I think the game can be won by India. They'll have to bowl well. The 5 bowlers have to do a good job for India. I would have liked 6 bowlers. I would have liked to see Shami back, but I think the team knows best, and if they've gone with 5 bowlers, they don't have any additional bowling options. And as Virat Kohli said in the press conference yesterday, he might have to bowl just a couple of overs in case one of the fast bowlers goes for plenty of runs.
Right.
खन्ना जी, आपको लगता है कि क्या दिनेश कार्तिक की जगह किसी अतिरिक्त तेज गेंदबाज को शामिल किया जा सकता था, जैसा कि राजा ने कहा?
अगर विकेट के अंदर कुछ घास नजर आती, कुछ मॉइस्चर नज़र आता, टीम मैनेजमेंट जो है ज़रूर फ्लेक्सिबल हैं और 3 सीमर्स के साथ जाते हैं, लेकिन नोइंग कि न्यूजीलैंड के खिलाफ स्पिनर्स जो है वो अच्छा करते हैं। अगर उनकी हिस्ट्री देखें तो भारतीय स्पिनर्स या किसी भी देश के स्पिनर्स ने न्यूजीलैंड को हमेशा परेशान किया है और उनके खिलाड़ियों को, अच्छे बल्लेबाजों को जो है गेंद पिक करनी मुश्किल हो जाती है और उनको परेशानी में डाला और कम स्कोर बनाने दिया है। तो आई थिंक दैट ऑल्सो वेज इन योर माइंड कि ऑपोजिशन कौन है सामने। बट ये सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला है, ये नॉकआउट है, ये लीग स्टेज नहीं है कि एक्सपेरिमेंट किया जाए। यू हैव टू प्ले योर बेस्ट 11।
मेरा ये मानना है कि ट्रेंट बोल्ट जो स्विंग करते हैं बॉल को, उनके अगेंस्ट एक एक्स्ट्रा बैट्समैन रखना चाह रही थी भारत की टीम, तब जाके दिनेश कार्तिक खेल रहे, नहीं तो शायद दिनेश कार्तिक बाहर होते और मोहम्मद शमी आते। आई थिंक दिस इज इंश्योरेंस अगेंस्ट द स्विंग बॉलिंग दैट ट्रेंट बोल्ट एंड फर्गुसन कैन मैनेज।
Yes, and there are so many aspects also, Raja, attached to it, that we are talking about the form, in form. Surely India has come in as a quite favorite well-rounded team. They are very confident, have been winning. New Zealand started well, but in the middle they drifted a bit. And although they seem very calm, they seem pretty confident, and they are pretty much used to the conditions there at this point. The kind of conditions are there today. So considering that also, both teams are quite equal, is it?
I think so. Both start with 50-50. And I think Virat was right at the toss where he said that you'll have to play smart cricket to win this game. Any team that plays better over 100 overs, what has happened in the league stages has to be forgotten, except you remember the good things and you continue doing those good things. Those results don't matter anymore, except of course if the game is completely washed off over 2 days, then India goes into the final. Other than that, they don't